There's a huge field of chronobiology, chronomedicine. It's really exploding. It's a fascinating area. But in humans, most data on specific diseases are so far correlations. So we don't really have the firm evidence to postulate that the circadian clock does this or that when it comes to disease. There are some examples. There are sleep phase disorders where you actually have mutations in the core, some of the core clock genes, and then you have a shorter or a longer phase, and that causes problems with sleep. That's a solid thing. But in humans, apart from that, there are lots of correlations. There's more known, of course, in animal models, where you can disrupt the clock and then see effects. Another example is jet lag, of course, but that's not really a disease. But that indicates that when we're misaligned, so our inner clock does not match or is misaligned to the environmental clock, then we really feel bad. But then, of course, there's a lot of interest in trying to understand if our lifestyle today with sort of a social jet lag has implications for disease. And that's very actively studied, but so far, mainly correlations.
Sometimes you feel kind of bad when in wintertime when you're in Sweden and the darkness. How should one cope?
How one shall cope? Well, that's a big question. What I can say regarding that is that there's so many things that we need to understand, and also the core machinery, it's a lot more complex, but the concept is the same. But we now know that there are more factors regulating and stabilizing. There are interconnected loops, and there are mechanisms for entrainment, so you adjust the clock, mechanisms for synchronizing clocks throughout the body, and output mechanisms, so other genes are sort of hitchhiking on the system and controlled by the same mechanism. And all of this is really, really dynamic, and we are learning so much. So although all of these implication questions, what it means for our health, that really remains to be nailed down now. And they have provided tools for that. By understanding these mechanisms, we now have a way forward to address these issues.